Fuck, I wonder if you can hear that. Where the Right. Now, Helldivers 2 is a relatively new game that flew under the radar for a lot of people. Now it's being praised by the masses for its outlandishly chaotic gameplay and satirical nature. It is truly a tactical shooter at heart that thrives off the chaos of strategical mayhem.
No way that hits.
Okay, I got launched across the lake.
Oh,
but you know what to do. You know what to do. The game is made by a relatively small team of people whose collective ideology is about just making a game that's fun, whose design motto is "a game for everyone is a game for no one," which is an interesting choice of words. This saying being one of those things that can just have a million different interpretations. However, we can break this down even more than the saying itself, and it becomes more of a philosophy. A subject of interest for everyone is a subject for interest for no one. Building something meant to appeal to the largest audience possible will always struggle to find the core essence that will make it something special. When you try to please everyone, you will often lose what makes you authentic or what you stand for. If you don't like AC/DC, you don't get those music jokes. But the Highlander joke is just hilarious. Arrowhead Studios knows what they're trying to be and what they're not. They made a game filled with satirical propaganda, being a very serious game on one hand, while on the other also having on-the-nose type of humor about these subjects definitely sets it apart from everyone else in the genre. This, in return, sets the precedent for upcoming creatives. Very small team of passionate people have created something special here and are seeing the success more or less overnight. The team created something very unique in world structure. Now, there are no main characters. There is only a sense of community that works together for a larger goal, i.e. you do not matter at all. Not if you die, not if you quit, not if you uninstall. The progress of the game and the universe will go on, with or without you. Now, we have seen this before, and that's kind of obvious. The basic premise of the game design is fly to a variety of different locations to complete said task, fight endless hordes of hostiles, get out with the loot if you can. The survival is optional here. Where have we seen this before? For Rock and Stone, if you know what I'm saying. It shares a lot of similarities in gameplay and features, and you are fighting against practically an army of aliens with no foreseeable end to this. We've also seen this in other media forms, where the story we follow isn't the main story or the main character. We just follow a pilot that advances the overall progression of humanity. It's a weird concept at first, but I've actually grown to be fond of these types of media, particularly the way that Blade Runner 2049 portrayed Joe. This design of making players not the main protagonist is a clever choice in a co-op experience game where no one is actually trying to outdo the other, because why would they? It is basically pointless in the overall mission that is democracy. Instead, the community of Helldivers will often work together towards the liberation of planets and the larger galactic system at hand, with Super Earth being the forefront driver of the democracy and liberation of this universe. This in turn delivers a game where you don't just hop on once with the promised conclusion of replayability or X amount of hours of content. Hell nah! You hop on for the experience of being the endless cannon fodder for your allies who are right next to you in the trenches, holding hands, fighting and fighting, trying again and again to get the edge over the never-ending cycle of war. The players certainly make or break the game. What use will an LGBTQ flag be over the liberation of 1,000 alien corpses? For democracy. The different worlds and environments that inhabit this universe are immensely vast, and sometimes even barren. Each planet you will visit on your journey will be unique from each other, and the higher the difficulty scale goes, the more unique and brutally terrifying the enemies are that you can destroy, with different variants ranging from more tankier to even more speedy, which will definitely keep you on your toes, if I'm being honest. What fucking concept artist came up with the giant spider that spits instant death goo at your firing squad? Because I really want to hire him. This game is filled with so many moments of just, okay, let's fuck this shit up and find out what happens next. Action! action now and gather thoughts later. Have an objective on the map? Call down an orbital strike. Have multiple enemies? Call down multiple orbital strike. Have some friends? Yeah, you're gonna wanna call down an orbital fucking nuke for this one. I've seen your Discord logs, bro. One wrong move and you're getting life. Now, on the topic of children, not only do you have a huge arsenal of guns and grenades with some armor, what really makes this game's impact is its stratagem system. Each mission, you get to decide to bring a total of 4 of these bad boys along with you to the planet's surface. These can range from orbital strikes that can bring a total annihilation to hefty getaways to bigger and beefier weapons. Seriously, just have a listen to how this thing sounds. There are a total of 3 categories. There's obviously your offensive category, easily color-coded with the color Rage. Now these are your bread and butter for each mission. The things that make stuff go boom, maybe even vaporize, or hell, even setting shit on fire. A jack of all trades is the offensive category. You'll find everything that you love in here and everything that you hate. Straight S tier from me. And then there's support equipment, color-coded by blue. Without a doubt, this has to be the restraining to your order. These cooldowns can give you a variety of powerful weapons and drones that can be very beneficial to the mission. Some even requiring you to have a buddy to be used in its full potential. A very cool feature, mind you. More games should actually have this. Why aren't you shooting? I can't. I need my buddy. Just shoot them, bro. Just shoot them. It's easy. You can still do it. Can't. I need my buddy. Finally, we have deployable machines. The support machines. Machines that work for you. Kind of. Now don't be fucking fooled. If you think all the sentries are on your side and there to kill aliens and machines, I am telling you, you have got that shit twisted and fucked up. Now I'm gonna keep it a fucking stack. These are all useless unless you are low level. Unless you have nothing else to bring with you, don't fucking bring these, okay? The amount of times I have 2 teammates bring in and call down the mortar sentry, I have never been team killed quicker and so many times in my life. The mortar thinks you are a fucking enemy and will start bombarding you with exploding shrapnel. Not good, not fun, and basically a deal breaker. Like, I'm serious, if you are in a squad with me, it is on site if you bring one of these on the mission. Sorry. A very high level good team will have a nice mix of offensive cooldowns and support weapons. A team that can and will work together is a team that listens, okay? One thing that will always bring a team together is an ambush of chargers or bile titans. Nothing, and I mean nothing, will send fear through you quite like seeing your first bile titan. Enemies are tough in this game. Helldivers 2 is basically the Dark Souls of enemies on their own are weak as piss. However, because enemies actually patrol in groups and guard massive outposts with practically an army, shit hits the fan real fast. Couple this with the game's insanely low ammo count across all guns, you will need to play to your team's strength. And it is always, oh shit, run. Now, one of the more infamous planets is Malevelon Creek. And the internet will have you believe that this is the destination where boys become fucking men. Beta males becoming alphas. Alphas becoming sigmas. People are still trying to liberate this planet. The planet has been out since the game's release, okay? We haven't gotten close, okay? Every day I wake up, I check the progression. It's going backwards, yo. There are, of course, other planets of both factions, alien and robots of the universe, that are equally as difficult, if not harder. Okay? Each day you log in, more and more progress will be made towards the liberation of every planet, unless you're looking at this side of the shithole, okay? Shit starts to go backwards if you start to stare at it long enough. And if this game doesn't excite you, at least let it give you a little bit of hope that we are not going down this rabbit hole of shitty reproduced garbage that huge companies give 2 shits about, okay? Arrowhead Game Studios makes great games. It always has, and it is led by someone who has been goofy since the start. If you have yet to give this game a chance, I applaud you for being wary. I've been wary ever since, okay? But this genuinely looks like one of the few hits that actually have a driving force behind its small, passionate team. And by the way things are looking right now, Helldivers 2 is just getting started. Thank you.